The Blade Master Nud was born in the small village of Kor, nestled deep in the northern mountains of Alluvia on Isfar. Kor was a simple village, its people hardy and hard-working, reveling in the joys of life. Nud's father, Nudian, was the head man of the village and a great swordsmith and warrior. Nud spent hours learning the art of war from his father, and the two spent hours sparring with the masterful blades that his father had forged. Swordsmanship was not the only skill in which Nud trained. His mother, Unara, was an adept of the glint gods and practiced the ancient magic of the mountains. Despite the tradition that only women could learn the sorcerous arts, she secretly tutored Nud in the lore of glint and the skills of wizardry. Nud learnt well, and was practicing with his mother one evening when an alarm was sounded. Nud rushed to find out what was going on. The bestial Wen, cannibals and barbarians, had decided to raid Kor. Their leader, Zom, a being made powerful by his pacts with dark forces, exhorted his warriors to ferocity and savagery, to show no mercy, to reduce Kor to smoldering ashes. The men of Kor assembled, each wielding a blade crafted by his own hand. The Wen, bellowing curses and inhuman war cries, taunted the men of Kor, who responded in silence. With a yell, the Wen charged. Seeing their advance, Nudian gave the word, and the men of Kor rushed to join battle with the Wen. Realizing that her son was about to join the fray, Unara called upon the glint gods to protect him. She offered her very life for that of her son, and she felt the power of glint flow through her. She cast the most powerful spell she knew to protect Nud, magic so powerful that he was almost certain not to fall in battle. With a smile on her face, she felt life slipping away as the magic manifested, a life she had given for her child. The battle raged for hours. The men of Kor vastly outnumbered, yet far more skilled than their barbaric opponents. Yet even their great skills could not stem the tide of Wen attackers, and soon Nud found himself separated from his allies, facing a pack of Wen raiders baying for his blood. The tide of the melee swirled about him, and Nud found himself facing Zom in battle. Zom ordered his men to leave the arrogant pup to him, and attacked with a fury and skill Nud was hard-pressed to resist. Zom called upon the dark powers of his master, Le Ran, and he struck down Nud with a bolt of hellfire. Zom stood over the charred corpse of his foe and laughed, praising his dark master. When the raiders finally left, Nudian came across the corpse of his son. With his wife dead, his village burnt, and his son slain, Nudian lost the will to live. He called upon the glint gods himself, offering his own life forces in exchange for the resurrection of his son. The gods heard his pleas and relented, taking Nudian's essence from him and transferring it to Nud. The knowledge of his father's sacrifice transferred into him, along with the force of his father's being. Nud vowed to be worthy of his father's love. Pushing his grief aside, he set off, seeking vengeance. All he had was a name to begin his quest: Le Ran.